So we want to bring you that breaking news, that verdict in the Nancy Brophy murder trial. Let's listen in.
Lisa Maxfield, also with Ms. Brophy. My last name is spelled Maxfield, and my bar number is 844-337.
All right, so in a moment, we are going to bring in the jury and take the verdict. I would just caution everyone assembled, regardless of what the verdict is, there are to be no verbal outbursts in court. But with that, we will bring the jury in as soon as we can.
Would you like to go off record, Judge?
Sure.
Okay, we'll go off record and meet for WebEx.
And again, they are bringing in the jury in this decision. They have reached a decision in the Nancy Brophy murder trial. Again, she's accused of killing her husband, Daniel Brophy, in June of 2018 at the Oregon Culinary Institute where he worked. He was found dead. It was a shooting. The prosecution said that Nancy Brophy was seen on surveillance camera driving her van around the Oregon Culinary Institute the same morning that it happened. They also say that she owned the same type of gun that was used in this shooting. And they also pointed out that she took out life insurance policies in her husband's name that would have benefited her financially. The defense says that she would not have benefited financially if her husband were to have died, that she would have suffered a great financial loss. They also say that the Brophies were very much in love. Now, again, the jury got this case yesterday, early yesterday, and spent the better part of yesterday deliberating.
All right, please be seated.
And we're going to listen in right now.
And it's my understanding that the jury has reached a verdict. It looks like the verdict is in the hand of juror 46, so we'll collect that. All right, if we can have Mrs. Brophy rise. It says, we, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled cause, do find our verdicts upon the counts submitted to us as follows. Count 1, murder in the second degree, guilty. And then with regards to the two questions, the state alleging that during the commission of this felony, the defendant caused or threatened the use of a firearm, the answer is yes. And then the state further alleges that during the commission of this felony, the defendant and the victim were married. The answer is yes. Now, I will ask juror number 46, it indicates your number in the signature block, and that is you who put your number there? Yes, it is. All right, and then by a show of hands, I'm going to ask everyone first whether the verdict of guilty is their verdict on count 1. Raise your hand if it is. All right, and then with regard to the question of caused or threatened the use of a firearm, if your answer is yes, raise your hand. And then lastly, if during the commission of the felony, the defendant and victim were married and your answer is yes, raise your hand. All right. Does either side have anything for the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. The jury will be excused. We thank you for your time.
We'll go off record. All rise.
All right, well, as you just heard, that jury of 12 people has found Nancy Brophy guilty of second-degree murder in the murder of her husband, Daniel Brophy, at the Oregon Culinary Institute in 2018. Again, she was found guilty. Of course, we're going to continue to follow this all day, and as far as the sentencing process, where we go from here. Now, we do have a crew on the scene that was in the courtroom. We're going to check in with them in just a moment. Again, Nancy Brophy found guilty in that 2018 murder of her husband, Daniel Brophy.